For cheap gold, items and other boosts for Diablo 4, visit aoeah.com. Check out the link in the description, you get 3% off with the code ARIAT. Hello and welcome everybody. It's PTR time again in Diablo 4, and after the last season was going a good way, we are now seeing another wave of major changes. We are finally getting a seasonal leaderboard, capstone dungeons are coming back, and item tampering and masterworking are being fundamentally reworked. Of course, there are also new unique items and much more. Let's check it out step by step. First about the item crafting. For many players, the blacksmith in town has become the true end boss of the game since season 4. How many valuable base items he has ruined by mistampering, and how many tons of mats he wasted on the wrong upgrades. That is about to change. When tampering an item, players will be able to choose exactly which affix they want from each recipe, and they can reset tampers as often as desired. However, only one recipe per item will be allowed, not two anymore. Masterworking will no longer increase the affix values. Instead, the new system will improve the item's quality, granting bonuses to damage, defense, or resistances, depending on item type. There will be up to 20 quality levels, and once you reach the final tier, you'll get a so-called capstone roll, which adds a final bonus. A random non-greater affix will be transformed into a greater affix. This capstone bonus can be rerolled without losing your quality progress. As you can see, the number of affixes on non-unique items is being increased from 3 to 4 again. As if that wasn't enough, there's another brand new upgrade mechanic, sanctification. This should be the final step in the crafting process, because once an item is sanctified, it can no longer be changed. No enchanting, no retampering, no rerolls. Sanctification can grant one of the following effects. The item gains a legendary bonus power, one affix is transformed into a greater affix, the item gains an additional affix from the sanctification pool, an existing affix is replaced by a sanctification affix, or the item becomes indestructible. In pre-torment tiers you can sanctify items at the special anvil, which has a chance to spawn when defeating one of the lesser evils. Later in torment tiers you'll receive special seals for the sanctification process, which also take you to the Heavenly Forge. But here also comes the critics. They are taking out the weight of RNG in tampering and masterworking, but then the final crafting step depends entirely on a single RNG roll, which also permanently locks the item? Honestly, that sounds even more frustrating than before, especially since unwanted effects like random affix replacement can happen. Previously, once tampering was done successfully, you could be confident the item was solid. It was just a matter of resources to make it perfect. Now you are supposed to invest all your resources into an item before, just to hope the final step won't waste it. This concept really needs to be reconsidered. Monsters all across Sanctuary will bring new surprises. Alongside 20 new monster affixes, they'll also show more individual behavior in combat. Elite monsters will once again spawn with a group of minions, just like in the old days. Core mechanics like defense, resistances and healing are also being reworked, which maybe even could bring fresh balance into the PvP scene. Armor will now reduce both physical and elemental damage. There will be a physical damage resistance and no more penalties in torment tiers. A new stat will appear below your attack rating. This will represent your combined defensive qualities. The function of healing potions is also being updated. and characters will be considered fortified as soon as they gain any fortify, no matter about the amount. Next to the pit, players will be able to start a new leaderboard event in Serigar, the Tower. Here you'll race through various time dungeons, collecting points. Another cool feature, the lesser evils can now surprise you in unusual places. Duriel can appear in Helltide instead of the Blood Maiden, Belial can be the final boss in the pit, and Andariel shows up in the Undercity. Helltide, Pit and Undercity will also be possessed by forces matching the respective evil. As mentioned in the intro, the capstone dungeons are coming back, and not only 2 like before, there will be a total amount of 5 capstone dungeons players must complete up to Torment 3. My personal opinion, some of these changes are truly heavy. I'm curious to see how the new armor concept pays out, and I really like most of these updates. But talking about sanctification, I have to say, holy cow, please not like that. I'll sign off for today. Take care, and may the loot be with you.
Follow me. Thanks. Goodbye.